You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside. But it...
Understood. Just give the word. We'll begin.
Cara, o Cole, o Dorian. Tipo assim. Vou ficar sem. Ser muito mago, né?
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Inquisitor Adar, it is my great pleasure to meet you. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. I am not a man who forgets his friends. Prepared to shock the Assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
Can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
I knew we would get along famously, Inquisitor. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could This elven woman, Briala. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look at.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies... We're keeping the court waiting.
Is that the Inquisitor?
An ox? Impossible.
That's not the Inquisitor. It's just somebody's pet.
Ixi, já tomei no cu.
Oh, wait there. It is it was a gift from the Comtesse Montbéliard, enchanted by the Fomari.
Is this ring
Its worth in coin is not. It was a gift from a member of the Council of Heralds. She will never forgive me. Not even if I live to be 1,000 years old.
That's a terrible...
If the Comtesse finds out, should you happen upon it... Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you were looking for?
Enjoy the party.
Can Gaspard take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take you by force.
If the Council recognizes. What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Celine prevails tonight, Gaspard will ruin us all. Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the faith? Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the faith I entrusted?
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
Interesting.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray. Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to...
The game is like wicked grace played to the death. You must never... When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court, you are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
You are just full of joy and light this evening.
Everything will be fine. And Raste watch over us all.
I heard the Grand Duke invited the Inquisition.
Well, that's useful.
How can they call this?
Waste of time.
Why are there so many?
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspard's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest
This
in
dress
the Empire.
uniform is preposterous.
Such a pitiful
Formal
piece.
armor would have been better.
I need to have this jacket let out a little.
Is that the Inquisitor?
It cannot be. Sure.
Any news of Paragon Bronca?
Not since the king comes.
Just gossip.
What is Gaspar up? Wouldn't surprise me.
The guest wing is not open to the public at this time, Inquisitor. And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lord Inquisitor Adar. Shepherd and leash of the Wayward Order of Templars, purger of the heretics from the ranks of the faithful.
Remember to smile. This is all for show, my dear.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself. Did you see their faces? Priceless. Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9th time.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Let's hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Alam Shiral has many beauties.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the... Feel free to enjoy the pleasures. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama?
Sei não.
Are they in good health? Oh, Josephine, is this him? Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never... Is it true? You and Josephine are going to elope and move to the Anderfels and join the Grey Wardens and fight Darkspawn? Yvette, I want to know.
I already packed our bags, didn't I, darling?
I knew it! Inquisitor, please give her no more ammunition. I beg you.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say...
This may be my only chance to hear about when Joseph...
Oh, yes. As she told you about... Yvette. Stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the... No. She once told the Duke of... Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered...
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting and... You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bits.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship. But the
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's... They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't... This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Which power?
Celine has held the... Gaspard has...
I'll see you later.
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
It's true.
Are you married, Commander?
I heard Celine was having the entire war rejected.
Please, Inquisitor,
But the timing...
did you need something? The sooner we
Why
track
would
down
she
this
do such a thing
infiltrator, the
now?
better.
Have you noticed it?
Not yet. It would be easier if other people, not you.
Do you have any...
Orlesian social events don't fool. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best.
You've attracted a following.
I don't know. They won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying?
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk...
I await your...
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlais...
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people. Who you are as a son, a lover, a friend is not the same man who... Orlesians codify this truth, make it by giving each of these selves its own separate face. They believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Anything happening I should know?
Cole is behaving even more oddly than usual. Someone should keep an eye on him.
It seems like you enjoy...
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Any words of wisdom for...
Speak to the Council of Herald. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is... His absence will complicate it. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything.
Na sacola do refrigerante, você não tirou?
Tell me, Vivienne.
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
You ready to act when I give this...
Always, my dear.
Another time, perhaps?
Good. I was hoping it would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress, and I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person.
She's worth investigating. Can't. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promise. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the wall.
This ball is a waste of time. Like all. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed any?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care.
Or legions pretend their petty squabbles. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support?
Of course not. Chaos is what Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner...
Waste of time.
My lord! My lord Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this message is...
We three wear the masks of House.
They signify that we are public figures.
They are also extremely fashionable.
I am always honored to hear...
Oh, she...
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of...
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help...
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain, but...
The support of the Empress is not conditional.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas.
But we have taken enough.
Please, enjoy.
Waste of time.
Is that him? Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the faith by Andraste? Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Did you need something?
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you...
Didn't you recruit them for the...
Someone had to remind them, sternly.
A sensible solution. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have...
Gentlemen. I need to get back before I missed. There must be something here.
Faces talk even when they aren't. Silk on satin on skin, always wanting, chaste but chaste.
Are you all right, Cole? You seem...
They have faces inside their faces, lying with a layer that tells the truth.
Have you observed any...
A woman tripped on purpose. The man who caught her left the room. They didn't want my help.
What are you doing?
A fallen fan can cut like a kiss. Hot breath from... I helped until they made me stop. Now they've all forgotten.
Stay out of trouble.
Socks get...
Just gossip.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
I can't imagine Gaspard being vitriolic.
The Grand Duke bears a grudge against the Council for refusing. He's threatened death if they refuse him again, collectively and individually. What backwater did you come from? Everyone knows that.
Waste of time.
Gaspard is waiting.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own.
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Well, well. What's this? That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
I don't like that Grand Duke. Nobody should have as many hunting dogs as he.
Good evening.
I had no idea.
Leave us.
Interesting. That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
You may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to... Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine?
If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if there are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent? You might have had...
I would not have slain the man on sight had he... Why? Undoubtedly I caught... I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret... What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
I may find the time to try a door or two.
Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Lady von Blanchard, Duchess of Valmontaigne, Chevalier of the Empire, hero of the Battle of White River, patroness of the painter Ambrose Poirier, and second cousin of Princess Electra of the House of Alberici in Antiva. Accompanied...
Why would the Empress invite an elf? I have an idea, Josephine. Did you see my oldest family?
Inquisitor, to what do we owe?
We will be happy to assist. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present. Enjoy the masquerade!
Inquisitor Adar. The stories claimed you were barely... You haven't dazzled the court this evening, but at least you've avoided embarrassing yourself. What brings you to me?
I had a question about you, Brianna.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. That's all that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
What's your story? How...
Empress Celine and I have... There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
What do you mean, we had a falling?
She betrayed me. Turned me over to the guards on a trumped-up. It wasn't personal. It's the game. It wouldn't do to let the court know she had an elven friend.
If she doesn't win you back to her side?
I have contingency plans. I'm not a This evening gives me access to Duke Gaspard. He's challenging, but with time and sufficient blackmail, he might work with us.
You just told me you have reason to betray the Emperor.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would set an elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged.
I've been told you were...
I didn't take you for a gossip. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. But we've gone our separate ways now.
I want to know more about the peace talks.
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen... He's a simple man. Celine is the voice of reason in the... But reason is cautious. Reason looks for however sorely it may be needed.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about you, actually. You murdered negotiators and...
In Orlesian politics, Inquisitor, murder... If that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
I found the drop point, Briala. I know your people are hidden all...
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies, Inquisitor.
I want to know more about the peace talks.
Another time.
Did you say Gaspard dogs?
My friend, come in, have a drink. If you're as delighted by the court as I am, there's a decanter of port around here.
I discovered something you might be interested in.
Are all the delicacies here?
Inquisitor, doesn't look like negotiations are going well.
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything.
Are we ready to move out?
Has anyone seen Lucien? He was supposed to have the servers in the ballroom.
I still remember the day. Another time, perhaps?
Mistress Knight.
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers. Trimmed with... And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're concerned about...
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn golden jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper? She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have... So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe? These are all useful questions, no?
You're different here than in Skyhold?
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is... Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my... All this? The smiles? The small talk? For some of us, it has become so familiar
Abaixa um pouquinho aí, velho.
steps may be performed in our sleep.
What do you think the Inquisition...
What we need most of all is a stable Olay. Either Celine or Gaspard can give us that.
I found this out.
Very interesting. It may a little more dirt like this, and we might... If you find more, let me know. I always...
When my third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Salia, I swore I should marry.
Where are Alban and Colette? Who cares?
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
This could be worth checking out.
stabbing, and then real stabbing. Lungs full, frothing, scent of apples as it all goes black.
Servant. What's he doing here?
This man was a council of Herald's emissary.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard.
Time to have a word with the...
Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader. The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Let's look around.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?